What's up, Ericka Williams family? It's AJ Simmons checking in. I just wanted to tell you, if you think about starting a company, consider starting a cleaning business. It's low investment, very high upside. You can turn it into millions of dollars. You can sell it later, or you can parlay it, automate it. You know what I mean? Just make that passive cash flow every single month, man. So if you're interested in learning more about it, check out cleaningbusinessstarterkit.com, and I'll meet y'all over there.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl Ericka from the Classy Climb blog, reporting semi-live from vacation. I decided to bring a really good topic to you guys today. And again, I've talked a lot about how I see Africa has a lot of investment towards the future, a lot of opportunity. You see basketball players who are from Africa going back, opening gas stations, grocery stores. There's a lot of opportunity coming on the horizon that people really aren't calculating well. It's part of my move this year to, 1, be in new construction in America, 2, be investing in Panama, and 3, investing in Zanzibar. So I decided to reach out to someone who a couple years ago I was on a panel with. I think O'Shea Duke Jackson had his Rumble Sundays. This may have been a couple years ago. And it was always a mess. But it had some amazing people come out of it that are all doing amazing things as far as Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, and Mr. Prince Dynast here. He is one of those who, hey, I'm going overseas. And people are like, yeah, right. And he's like, yes, I am. So listen, introduce yourself to the audience. I want them to hear your voice loud and clear.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Prince Dynast Amir. Let's see here. I operate a tour company in which we focus on the continent of Africa, to be specific, called Donfo. I'm also a documentary filmmaker, author, real estate agent, and I hold my insurance license. But the main focus is building a bridge between the diaspora and Africa. So that's mainly what I focus on.
Man, you're a Renaissance man. Come on now. Let's listen.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that.
That is what it is, right? So what, everybody can kind of think back to the 2000s, neo-soul movement, Pan-Africanism, people traveling overseas, going to Ghana. But there's a deeper step there. Talk to us. You've been all over the place, but definitely tell us what got you initially like, I'm going to go over there.
All right, so 2011, I was in corporate America. I was doing sales for a company called Centos, and I was doing pretty well. And so I was talking to a couple of my friends, sharing my success with them. Mm-hmm. And one of my friends was like, Dynast, you need to take a vacation, go take a cruise, go travel somewhere. And I was like, okay, I'll go travel somewhere. Let's see here. Where am I going to go? So originally I was going to go to Brazil and have fun and party. Yeah, Brazil, passport bruh style. Yeah, passport bruh style.
Right.
And then the person I was gonna go with, she backed out like at the last minute, and I was like, well, where I'm gonna go. So I was speaking to a friend one day, told him my situation. He was like, you need to go check out Africa, go to Tanzania. I said, okay. So I just started to research Tanzania, and there's an island off the coast of Tanzania called Zanzibar. And at the time, there was a nightclub called Zanzibar in LA, where I was living at the time. We're in Santa Monica. Mm-hmm. And that was just confirmation. So I ended up going, and I fell in love with Africa, and I saw the opportunity. And I said, every vacation that I have while in corporate America, I'm going to travel to the continent. And that's what I do. That's what I started doing every year. So that's how that came about.
So would you say it was a life-changing vacation? It was like, oh, what's going on over here? Right? Just your mind's working, right, and you're going over there.
Exactly. So yeah, it was definitely life-changing because, like I said, I just started to really focus on the continent, building the bridge between the diaspora in the continent, and seeking out opportunities, making connections, changing the especially the mindset. It's unfortunate, Ericka, that even in 2022, with the technology we have, smartphones, mm-hmm. but some people have turned them into dumb phones in the way they utilize them. Mm-hmm. The internet, that a lot of us, especially our people, are very ignorant when it comes to Africa. And sometimes I think it's on purpose, and they're willfully ignorant, and they, live and are proud of this ignorance when it comes to the continent of Africa. But every time I go, and I'm just noticing that, when it comes to business, when it comes to opportunities, everything is shifting to up and coming markets. And that main market, even though it's kind of broad, when I say this is Africa. And us being descendants of Africa, I mean, why not take opportunity? Why not take advantage of that opportunity? But again, some of us just, I don't know, Ericka. Especially
So
from the
so
so-called, and especially from the so-called educated folks. Just when you listen to their pushback when it comes to Africa, it's just like, all right, So it's not for everybody.
Mhm.
Those who are open, the opportunity is there,
Mhm.
and they reach out. But for the others, it's just it's whatever. But go ahead.
So a big thing I go to a predominantly, I would say, white church, but it's very much a mixed church in Austin, Texas. Lots of tech folks, lots of educated folks out there. And what ended up happening is they have an annual. It started as one time, then it started being 3-4 times a year trip to Uganda, where we would do services and volunteering. And so we'd take about 30 kids from the church, and they would go. And I would go. I tell people, I said, man, we've got teenagers more well traveled from a church group than adults out here with money in their pocket. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And so the way the phones are, I would post of cheap flights, right? $400 from here to London from New York. This is that. And people go, oh, well, that must be some kind of weird fluke. I couldn't find that on Delta. I couldn't find it on American. I'm like, you guys can find anything else you want on these phones. You can find cheap, flight tickets. Something I'm coming across currently is I have a group going to Panama October 13th through 15th. And we've had over 120 emails of people who don't have a passport. Hey, how do I get a
Right.
passport real quick so I can catch this trip?
Right.
I'm like, what?
And the
It was
thing is,
about 5 years ago with
I
the
know how to
passport
get a
thing.
passport in less than 72 hours, but
Yeah.
I know how to do that. But yeah, it's just our when you travel outside of America, you just realize, even though how hyped up America and Americans are supposed to be, we're really just kind of, I don't know, man. We're just ignorant. I don't know. I just think
We're a great country to make money in and almost be lazy, right? If you talk to a lot
there
of
you
people, I
go.
had
There you go.
I had some Haitian drivers who came, and they were team drivers, and they literally in a 6-month period saved $40,000. And one of them was like, I'm going home. And I'm like, why are you going back to Haiti, man? What are you doing that for? He's like, Ericka, they pay people in Haiti $1.20 an hour. I have $40,000 saved up. I'm a very rich man if I go home. And I was like,
Right.
oh, that makes sense. And you can't lose your CDL license. It's not something you lose. You can always come back in a couple of years and do it all over again.
Right.
People don't understand that there's opportunities to invest, to live well outside of America, right? We are an easy country to make money, but we squander our money. We
Exactly.
squander. And my biggest pushback, I know people are like, oh, you're beating up on passport bros in my comment sections, but I'm not. My thing is, why work a job you absolutely hate all year long to go 2 weeks somewhere to go wow for 2 weeks, come back and do it all again when we could figure out a way to do 3 months in another country, 4 months in another country, remote work, a higher skill so that I can remote work in other countries. That's always been my
Right.
argument.
And I think, as far as with the passport, bro, not analogy, that's that goes for men and women. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
of course, you got the passport bros going to Colombia and Brazil, but then you got the women going to Jamaica and Europe, pretty much doing the same thing. So, again, a lot of people, they live, work, live for the weekend, live for their 2-week vacation, and that's life. So
I would call
yeah,
the
that's
women
just
doing
kind of the
Instagram
mindset.
trips.
What do you
From
say?
what I see a lot of women doing Instagram trips. The Jamaica,
Yeah, but
the
behind the
Italy.
scenes,
There's some of that for sure, but I've just seen groups of women literally go and literally Instagram snap the whole time they're there. I'm like, girl, That's not even a vacation.
Right. Right.
uh,
So, but sometimes behind the scenes, there's somebody that's sponsoring the trip, but not all. I don't want to hate, not all,
Listen,
but
these
some.
credit card, that's okay, again, there's some of that for sure. And this is also too why we bring this up so that we can have people. Our reason I do Tech Tuesdays on my channel is how to learn how you can work remote. So you can take yourself somewhere. So you're not stranded over in another country with no resources. A big thing is the credit card, learning about credit cards so that you could use points and benefits. But the reason I really wanted you on is to show you that what I've noticed in my group travels lately is there is this men and women who are like, I want to learn more, but not necessarily by myself. I don't want to just go to the country by myself and not have a plan, not have an itinerary. And this is why I thought what you did is so unique because you do group travel. And could you kind of break down kind of the group travel tour kind of thing for people?
Yeah, so I have a travel company, Danfo, DANFO. Site is Danfo.Africa, which is up right now. And we do trips to Africa. Now we're more focused on the culture, the traditional culture, when going to the continent. Because I just, I don't do luxury trips. When we go, we're gonna focus on the traditional culture, and foods of that country. And we're really gonna immerse ourselves. And so that's something that I offer with our tour company. I mean, we'll do some city stuff. We'll enjoy some city life, but our main focus is the traditional culture and experiencing that because I think there aren't too many companies that really offer that as a whole. They give you sometimes the watered down version of Africa, but we're diving in for the most part, depending on the country you go to, but for the most part we're diving in. So
I just want to tell you the fits you be having on be beautiful. Now look at these colors. I have a shirt. I had a shirt. I bought fabric over there and I had a shirt made. And I'm talking about, hey, $5 we'll do it in a day. And then this lady,
right.
I said, oh, we're leaving tomorrow. Oh, I can get it done in 6 hours. Come, let me measure you real quick. And I just was like, oh, and it's almost a it's very much a service-based industry when I was in Zanzibar. And it was like, let's make this comfortable to you. And a lot of people thought we were from South Africa. They did not believe we were from America. So we all were like, we're all from America. They're like, really? And so they just thought we're very amazed. Man, just the colors, the food, it was very, very vibrant when I was out there. And I thought it was awesome. So you have several countries you choose here. And I've looked up here. I'm reading from the travel list. It's Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Benin, I don't want to say it wrong. Senegal, Ghana, Zanzibar, South Africa, and Namibia. You're traveling all year long, aren't you?
I am. I mean, pretty much I made my passion my job. Well, I get paid to do what I was doing anyway. So now I bring people with me. So
I love it. What are some things you're hoping to reach more people this year? Are you hoping to, is there a certain number of people? Because I see you have like 100+ people that's travel with you. What are some things you're hoping to accomplish this year?
Yeah, I want more people to come experience Africa through Danfo. That's what I'm looking for. I want people to come experience Africa, and it'll be a blessing to experience it through Danfo. My travel company. So yeah. So we have for next year. I'm actually going to release the itinerary or the trips for next year. So next year in April, we're doing 2023. We're doing Sierra Leone in April. We're doing Senegal for the jazz festival. They have one of the largest jazz festivals in Senegal, St. Louis, in Senegal. So we're doing that in May. August, Nigeria for the Oshun Festival. Then November, Zanzibar. So those are the group tours. And then if you want to go to one of the countries that are listed, it doesn't have to be on a group tour. I have people on the ground, I have infrastructure on the ground where we could put together a tour for you. and pretty much cater to your needs. But again, our focus is more on the traditional culture
So I
and
love that. I
food.
love that. So how has it been building business over there? Because that's essentially what you have. You have an actual business where you're connecting, doing business, and setting up tours for people. How's that been?
It's been cool. I mean, I'm registered in several countries in Africa. So, I register my business there in several countries. And then for the most part, it's, getting people to come on the tours. I have several employees on the continent,
Hmm.
uh, a couple full-time employees. For
Love it.
some countries, to have a tour company is mandatory to have an office space and hired employees. So I have that. But yeah, I mean, I already had the, I've been traveling back and forth since 2011. I've had my YouTube page
Mhm.
since 2015. Posting my content and where I travel to. So I've already had like the somewhat of the customer base. But now I would say this: what really shifted. Um, I would say when I was first going to Africa back in 2011. I was like kind of the only corporate guy who was really out there and telling people to come to Africa. And it
Mhm.
was mainly like I guess the conscious community
Yeah.
who was
The
more
commons.
interested, right, in going. But I would say around 2018, there was a shift where now more people who are corporate are interested in traveling to Africa that's my experience. So now the majority of people that come who are paying for group travel are either a corporate, they're retired. It's a mixture of a little bit of everything. But so yeah, that was the biggest change. But I mean, it's going well. It's growing. We're growing every year. Um, like I said, we're adding destinations. More people are coming, and it's going well.
So I thought I saw where you had like a dual citizenship. Do you guys
Right.
talk about that when you're over there in those groups?
Right. So Sierra Leone offers dual citizenship to those who have taken DNA tests through African ancestry.
Hmm.
And if their results come back to Sierra Leone, they're eligible for citizenship. So myself, I have a Sierra Leone passport and a
Hmm.
Nigerian passport. And, Sierra Leone is the only country that formally has offered citizenship to the diaspora, specifically those who have taken DNA tests through African ancestry. It has to be through African ancestry, and whose results link back to Sierra Leone. So I'm taking a group in November
Hmm.
to Sierra Leone to get
What
their
dates?
citizenship. November 20th through December 3rd. So I'm taking a group in November to get their passports. So they have to be sworn in by the president of Sierra Leone.
Oh,
So
that's
there's a
amazing.
whole swearing in ceremony. Yeah.
Is it like a big room and everybody's holding their hands up and
Yep. And the
that's
video's on in fact, there might be a video on a Donfo page, but there's
Mhm.
definitely video on my YouTube page as far as the actual swearing in ceremony.
I think that's amazing. The big thing is as you're over there educating yourself about the culture, the communities, what are some things you're looking for? Is there like an investment you want to put in some of the different countries? Is there like a country you want to buy property in, or it's just in general?
For me, I'm more focused on hospitality and real estate.
Hmm.
So, for me, I'm looking at land, looking at properties, and then I want to get into the hospitality space. I'm already, I have somewhat of a hospitality background
Right.
here in America from my past sales job with Cintas.
Hmm.
And I think hospitality is a great opportunity in Africa, especially when done right.
Oh yes,
So for
yes.
me, it's more real estate and hospitality as far as kind of like brick and mortar.
Hmm.
Um, I'm working on some other projects, but that's more like app related, dealing with the continent. But as far as like on the ground in Africa, it's more hospitality and real estate.
Man, what I saw when I was in Zanzibar is literally you could own a hotel out there, or you could own literally just two, three houses and turn them into kind of a um,
Bed and breakfast.
There, thank you. I'm looking for the word. And I just thought, man, this is an amazing opportunity. And there were some that were actually for sale because of the pandemic, the times and flights. But I just thought, man, like, isn't this amazing? But in Zanzibar, it was kind of like you take care of that village, like the water where we were at in that part near Kendall Rocks. That village is tied to those resorts, sort of. And it was saying, like, it had a really big sign tomorrow, hey, Kendall Rock supports this village. And I was like, all right, let's get to scraping this road then. Let's make it easier for them to get them down this road for supporting them. But I really appreciated like the friendliness. Even we did this on these original boats in Zanzibar, and like fishing, and like, I mean, I ate so much lobster. I was tired of lobster. I was like, give me some prawns. Give me some.
Listen, the best lobster in the world is the best seafood in the world is in Sierra Leone. Now, don't get me wrong, Zanzibar is good, but Sierra Leone, that's the best seafood.
It's on my next list. Then it's on my next list to visit. Because basically most of next year, all I'm doing is finishing up projects and traveling, honestly, other than getting married in April, but traveling and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of travel for next year as our projects finish. What are some things you could take away, honestly, because I think about YouTube being this amazing portal of opportunity. And I was on YouTube, and every year I have a boat party in Austin, Texas. People fly from all over. We had like 50 or 60 new people this year come to the boat party. How can we, I mean, in my opinion, there's a kind of a saying that Black people are underutilizing YouTube. And that's what I believe. I believe we're using it for kind of gossip and silliness and silly stuff.
Right, the silly stuff. Right.
Opportunity to actually bring people together, invest, and et cetera, et cetera. Talk to me a little bit about that if you can.
No, you're right. I mean, we control the gossip space here on YouTube, but when it comes to, I mean, you have Earn Your Leisure, you have you know, there are a couple other channels, but as far as like the self-development and more business side of Black YouTube is definitely being it's not utilized the right way. But as far as the gossip, arguing, fighting, this, that, and the other, who's fighting, who's this, who slept with whose baby mama, and who shot who, yeah, we dominated the drama on YouTube. But as far as all the productive stuff, you know, we're still lacking.
Right. So when you do your videos here on YouTube, is that how you get most of your clients, your customers, or is it by referrals? What do you think?
Well, I would say the majority of my customers here have been through you know, people who have followed me for the years as far as my travel throughout the continent. So that's where the majority of my customers come. Then I get a couple of referrals as well. And
what's the name of your YouTube channel so we can put it out here for the folks?
Search for Uhuru, youtube.com, search SEARCH for FOR Uhuru, UHURU.
Hold on, say it again. That's search for
Uhuru, UHURU.
Let me see if I can get close. I found, okay, let me click on it. Y'all, he has 108,000 subscribers. Listen, mad respect to you. This algorithm is a beast for me. Oh, let me actually share my screen and help. And if you're liking the content when you guys are watching this streaming, hit the like button and drop a 1 in the comments. You know how we do over here. Listen, I'm a personally subscribe because I think I've subscribed before, but we're gonna subscribe again. This is a nice picture. What country is this at the top?
That's in Ghana.
Gotcha. Them hats. What's on them hats? Like guns? Little mini chicken guns?
No. So those are the guards for the Asante Hene, which is the king of the Ashanti people in Ghana. Gotcha. So that's that's his personal bodyguards.
Gotcha. Okay. So listen, you guys, he's got amazing content here, just really informative. But if you hear and click the videos, you guys always tell people click the video. And also, you guys, one of the things I love doing personally is I always go back to their oldest video to see like how they've changed, how they've grown. Man, you've been doing this 9 years on here. Love it. I actually love that. Out of all this, if you could do something differently, you could do something more next year, what do you think you'll be doing?
I guess networking with other, I would say networking with other content creators, you know, doing more of that. It's just, it's just sometimes, you know, trying to get in contact with people and getting people to network. I don't know, it could be a challenge at times, but
you know, put a VA on it. You got to put a VA on it. One of my VAs, that's all they do is email other content creators all year long. And then by the time they get a good 3 emails and they're like, oh yeah, come on. It's one of those things. It's a tic-tac, you know.
Got you.
But yeah, more content creators, and then
and real as far as on YouTube or in general.
In general, your life, share with us. You know, we like.
I mean, I want to grow the companies. I want to grow the brands. I have several brands, and I want to expand them. So I have basically what I'm building is something similar to. So you have like LVMH. Then under LVMH, you have of course Louis Vuitton. You got Moet, whatever it's called, and then you have other brands. So I have Dynast Amir, and then under that you have my travel company. You have my clothing line, which I'm rebranding. In fact, this is one of my shirts. EFI is dope. I have a clothing line. Then gonna re-kick off the real estate company. Then I have a documentary. So I have the documentary company. Documentary's out right now as well. So I'm really focused on rebranding that and doing that. So that's where the main focus is right now. But as of right now, the travel company has been the go-to,
right,
for the most part.
And you said real estate company. Is that in the United States or is that in Africa?
Well, me and my partner, we had a real estate company focused on Africa, but then we went our separate ways. So I'm gonna be starting back up on my own. So
gotcha. So yeah, when I saw when I was in Zanzibar, and I was like, hey, $69,000 for this 1-bedroom, condo that you can Airbnb, basically Airbnb, but it's managed under them. I was like, the math just was perfect for me. And also $1 of ours versus how many dollars of theirs.
Right.
If you're an American, my suggestion, which you're more of an expert than I am, but my suggestion is, I don't recommend Americans go somewhere and just be a tourist, because nobody cares if you're doing that. You just want to run around and be a tourist, cool, run in and out the country. But if you start wanting to own things, influence things, that's when real power and change comes to you, because now you have this property over there that could be making $20K a year or more. That's really supplementing your income and giving you this opportunity to travel more, so it's just, to me, I think it's a great way to invest in some of these countries is via real estate. So.
Right. But I would say this, I tell people, when you first go to Africa, go enjoy yourself. Like, I mean, you're right. The business, the investment part is great, but I would travel to as many countries as possible. And I would just go at first, just go enjoy yourself. And then if you like the country, then go back and start, some digging. But at first, go enjoy yourself. Go have fun. And, you can make it a business trip, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a business trip. Just go have fun, enjoy yourself, and then go travel to as many countries as possible. Then, narrow it down to a few. And then once you go to those few, then start, asking the questions and going in and digging in. So.
Well, and some of it too is just, I think I've seen some people, they literally get online and watch hours and hours and hours of video. And I'm like, that's great. I want you to watch hours and hours of video, but I also want you to take action and I want you to leave and go.
Right.
That's a big thing. I've noticed, do you have payment plans for people? So anybody who's watching this video and we're going to email this to our 15,000 people on our email list at Classy Climb. Do you have payment plans? Do they be able to talk with you? Talk to us. Break it down.
Right. So, first step, if you're interested, go to downfall.africa, send me a message. Then I'll call. We can set up a call. I'll give you a call. Just give me, find out which country you're interested in, what you're trying to accomplish when you want to go visit these countries for the group tours. This is what we're doing. Do you think you'll be a fit for that? And then, yes, there is a payment plan as far as with the tour. So you don't pay everything up front. If you want to, you can, but you don't have to. And then I know a lot of people have been inquiring about services like Afterpay, and I forgot the other one. So I know I signed up for one, or I filled out an application for one. I forgot. It wasn't Afterpay. It was it's another one. I forgot. So I guess people who want to stretch out the payments over a longer period of time, they can. So
Gotcha.
That service should be coming on board soon.
I like it. I like it. You know, gosh, man, some of the things, just the food is so good. It's really rich. What are some things like, number one thing you could recommend as far as eating out of all these countries you visit? What's something they've got to taste when they get there? It doesn't matter the country.
Senegal, in my honest opinion, has the best food.
Gotcha. Okay. Senegal.
My favorite is chebjin, which is their jollof rice and fish. It's their traditional dish. Well, it's their national dish. So I mean, I love Senegalese food. Senegal has the best food, but I mean, you get good food at from all the countries. And my thing is, step out of your comfort zone and enjoy the food. Eat the food, enjoy the food. Step out of your comfort zone. We're not. Come to Africa, don't, looking for hamburgers and French fries and, eat the local food. With me, we're going to eat the local food. If you want to have hamburgers and French fries and, everything else, you could do that on your own. But, with me, we're eating the local food.
I think we went to a restaurant and we were like, we forgot that Zanzibar was a Muslim country or whatever. And so there wasn't bacon, right? And people were like, oh, what is this? They're like, oh, like they were giving us this alternative bacon. I was like, y'all don't eat it. That's not bacon. Like eat the regular food. And so it was funny because they offered us hamburgers. They're like, do y'all want hamburgers? Like when we looked at the menu too long, they're like, you want hamburgers? We're like, no, we're gonna eat the local food.
Right. Yeah. Enjoy the local food. And it's just, when you go to France or you go to Italy, I'm pretty sure you're enjoying the local food, I would think.
I hope so.
Same thing with Africa. I mean, the countries you go to, enjoy the local cuisine. Enjoy the local cuisine. This is pretty good. So, but if you want to take a break here and there and grab a hamburger, that's fine. But just be prepared to eat the local food, whatever country you go to.
For sure. And so the size of your groups are usually 10, 20, 30 people?
It depends. So the trip coming up to Sierra Leone, I mean, it's probably gonna be close to 25 to 30 people. Okay. The trip coming up to Sierra Leone. Nigeria, it was about, I think it was like 10 people. So just it depends. It depends. And guys, don't sleep on Nigeria. Nigeria is a great, beautiful, awesome country. So
it's very much rising.
Yeah, yes, guys.
In our TV marketing over here. In our TV marketing, because I'm in Texas and Houston is like Nigeria.
That's Nigeria, maybe Nigeria.
Exactly. Like they got a ton of Nigerian folks. You're gonna talk well about Nigeria in Houston.
Right. So come experience Nigeria. I'm taking a group in August. Come and experience Nigeria. You'll love it.
Gotcha. I love it because I mean I tell y'all, when we were riding on the bus, they had these like I guess you would call it their TV station or their MTV over there, and they were playing all these like it was like telenovelas. These music videos were like long and thought out and like dramatic, and I was just like, the music. We've seen some like Joanna and a couple other songs that came to America this past year that just blew up, and those artists sold out. And I think you're going to see 10x that the next 5 years.
Exactly.
These artists are kind of breaking out from over there, and it will draw more interest.
Well, what's interesting, since you brought that up as far as the music, so Burna Boy came to Atlanta, and he sold out Phillips Arena.
That's crazy.
And then you have like the the Baby and these rap artists, like their shows will get canceled because they're not selling out. So they ain't selling enough tickets. So there's definitely a shift now.
Fresh air, happy dancing.
Yeah, right. Instead of just I shot this person, I killed this person, I sold dope to these people.
Yeah, that's over.
Okay, we got it, man. You from the streets? We got it.
I'm telling y'all, like there's a wave happening, and that's a whole nother show. But essentially, suburban Black culture is taking back over. Where it never really, like everybody always aspired to be from the city, or I'm from Baltimore, I'm from Chicago, I'm from these places. Now people are like, no, I'm from the suburbs. Like I'm from here. You have a lot of Black country music artists kind of coming out. You just have a diverse Black story kind of coming out in America starting to happen. And so now even this African push of like, yeah, I'm from America, but I'm Nigerian or I'm this is starting to happen. And I'm glad for it because it's one of those things where you walk down the street and everybody assumes we're all from the same area. And it's like, no, this is a very diverse, rich country, America
Right.
itself. And then on top of that, like the opportunity in the future is just unlimited, in my opinion, as far as YouTube and social media. But again, some of the top travel folks, Flo, I forgot how to say her last name, but Flo, who she came out of Arizona, but she literally created a blog and she had this huge following. She's one of those examples of like, there's a lot of Nigerians that are top tier on YouTube, Lovey, and all those other people. And they're just using it to their best ability. And I just think that's something y'all are going to see in the next 2 years. Is just the using of podcasts and these videos. Jabril does an amazing job on his travel. So it's like, I see nothing but upside for your company because just the way the flow, it's the wave coming. People want to travel. They want to see more. Well, is there anything us at the Classy Climb can do to help promote or partner with you? Let us know what our audience can do on sharing your content or anything else.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just, thanks for the support. Visit donfo.africa. Subscribe at Search for Uhuru. Also, documentaries out. If you go to searchforuhuru.com, documentary streaming now. So support that, and I'm sure we'll definitely speak again. So whatever comes up, whatever's new, you'll definitely know. And you're on the email list, so I'm sure you get all the updates. So.
Well, this week coming up, I'm going to Andy's boot camp in Florida, and I'll be actually driving from the Carolinas through to Florida. So on my way back, if you're in the United States or you're in Atlanta, I'll
be in Atlanta. Let's get up. I'll be here till I'm not going nowhere. I'll be here till November. So
okay, sounds good. We'll connect. But I definitely want to meet you in person because I just think I think there's something awesome about people from the internet meeting in real life and doing real life.
Right. I'm the same way. Right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Tell them where they can find you all over the internet and where they can find you on social media.
So Prince Dynast Amir on social media, Prince Dynast Amir. And then if you go to dynastamir.com, you can pretty much find everything there. So
I love it. Listen, you guys, I love seeing growth. I love seeing people that a few years ago were on panels and we're talking about all kind of silly mess. And now we're
right.
Our businesses. It's a very passionate thing for me to see. You guys, it's a pleasure for him to come on the show. And you guys will see me more in Africa next year, but we're going to get it tied up. So listen, you guys, this is your girl, Ericka, off the Classy Climb blog. Listen, reporting live from vacation, y'all. Do what we do. So listen, Classy Climbers, hop in the email. Definitely check your emails from this guy. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
For sure.
Peace.
Be good.
Thank you.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ericka from the Classy Climb blog. I'm so thrilled. You guys need to join me October 13th through 15th in Panama City, Panama. You fly in, we transport you to the 5 beautiful pool resort on the beach right outside of Panama City, Panama. Not only that, we're going to take you to some nice rooftops in Panama City, downtown, get you eat some good steak on us. Listen, that Friday and Saturday, man, we're going to take you around to see all the beautiful construction and development for Airbnb opportunities and vacation rentals managed by actual property managers in Panama City. Listen, we'll have developers speaking, we'll have actual Black expats that live there, we'll have real estate agents, and also people who just enjoy that area. Little bonus, we'll have also someone talking about cacao, which is chocolate, and coffee farms and how to invest in those in Panama for further opportunities of wealth for you and your family. So listen, come. I'm gonna close out the last day talking about digital real estate and how to build your businesses. But overall, we're there to see Panama and all its beauty, and also check out properties that you can make great returns on. So listen, join me October 13th through 15th in Panama City, Panama on the property management tour. You guys, this is your girl Ericka, Classy Climb blog. Watch the link or hit the link below somewhere here for more information.